Hello Super Sentai fans, and welcome back to my Project Unlock series here on Toku Topics. Today, not a lot of keys, but some pretty exciting ones in here nonetheless here. So today, this is sort of a sequel to a recent-ish one, and I say a recent-ish one because I don't know exactly the order I'm releasing these. I'm filming them all over the place. But there was one where I kind of replaced some Gashapon key stickers that were failing, and so I have one package here that's doing that. But then the rest of this is brand new keys, and I think that there is 6 keys today, if I remember correctly. So these two packages are the remnants of a gigantic box that I got from Bandai in like June. But this one, I think is the one that is the replacements, and I'd like to start with that one because it's the not as exciting one. I lied, we'll start with this one. I opened up the green envelope, and it was the one that I was hoping it wasn't to start out with. So let's go ahead and open this one because this has got to be it then. Oh, ha! Alright. So, that Battle France is a little bit more yellow than I thought it was. That's not good. I guess we're gonna have to get a third Battle France. I guess I just can't find a good one that isn't yellowed, but I think this will be a better Battle Kazakh. But these don't add anything to our key totals because I have already owned these keys. I'm just trying to get better versions of them. So I think I paid like $10 for these two. But yeah, that chest is still significantly yellowed and it's peeling a little bit, so I don't think we're going to be able to count this Battle France. But overall, it's decent. However, this Battle Kazakh, though, kind of is peeling a little bit. But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's very good, actually. No fraying on the key sticker, for the most part. Back key symbol really nicely. Paint application is nice because there was the original one that I had has some paint chips and stuff. So, yep, that works. That definitely is acceptable. So Battle Kazakh finally has a nice replacement for my collection. And alright, so now we have some other packages to take a look at. A number of new keys for the collection, and these are some very exciting ones because the premise of today's episode is there are some keys I honestly just didn't think I was going to find. They're very hard to find. They're not as hard to find as what I know is going to be the last key in this series, which is the metallic lottery prize Gokaiger silver key. That there's only like a couple, maybe even 100 of them made of that. And the last time I saw one for sale was years ago for $500. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. That'll be at the very, very end. But there's some other keys that I either just could never find a listing for, like ever, let alone, see how much they cost. And whenever I did find them, they just cost... Well, actually, not even that. I just couldn't find them. It really wasn't that they're expensive. I just could never find them. But we'll start with the least exciting key here whatsoever. And that is Candy Toy Apparel Black. Alright, so we have it. That's counting towards the key total. I didn't mean to completely throw it off the camera. But I care less about that key than anything possible, I think. I just needed it to complete more Candy Toy keys. Continuing off of my last episode, which might have been the last one. It's the last one that I recorded. But this is another one of the metallic O's keys. So specifically, this is the metallic O's Sagozo key. So there is that. And thankfully, even though the sticker back has yellowed significantly, the sticker front has not. So we are perfectly good there. Now, I do want to check this because I didn't have a nice pamphlet available to me before. There's a little thing there. Alright, so I'm pretty confident this set had all 7 O's keys done up in a metallic format. And I think at this point, I know we got Putotira, Shouta, and Lata Toratar. I'm pretty sure, we got those before. Now we have Sagozo. So I need Tajador, Gatakiriba, and Tataba to finish off this random set that I believe, if I remember correctly, was the final retail Gashapon set that they ever made. And that's when finally they decided, out of all the keys, they decided to finally start painting the chest. It's absolutely absurd. I can't believe that the O's keys in Gashapon were the ones that got painted chests when so many Sentai members deserve that treatment. But speaking of Gashapon keys, kind of the theme of Project Unlock recently is actually diving into all the Gashapon keys that I'm missing. And this is no exception to that goal. 5 blue. So 5 blue is here. Now, I think this is my only second, or no, I got 5 pink in a more recent Project Unlock, so I'm still missing 5 yellow, black, And that's it, because I already have red, and I already have pink, and I have blue. So we're getting there. We're well on our way with 5-man. So that is the only like regular Sentai member key that we have today. That is brand new for me, because everything else is some kind of key variant or something like that. So here's where we dive into the keys that I'm very excited about. The ones that I just couldn't ever find anywhere. And I got super lucky on this one. Just like super randomly lucky. And then these ones were thanks to a friend of mine who hooked me up with them, which was great because I actually found some listings for one of them, but not the other one. So we'll go ahead and start with this one. This was a key that I wasn't even honestly convinced existed. And what I mean by that is that so right now, when I'm looking at the keys that are like the closest for me to complete, Gashapon is obviously taking a while. But Candy Toy and Premium are very close because I'm missing just like a couple Premium sets and just a couple random one-off Candy Toy keys like that Aberray Black that I threw off the screen. But there was one key that was on that list that, like I said, I wasn't sure if it existed, and that was the Christmas Cake Metallic Gokai Red. So from what I understood, obviously every year there's like a Christmas packing gimmick, but even though you'd think it would have been the Gokai Christmas key, it was not, because Gokai Christmas was released in the Candy Toy and Gashapon lines towards the end, or actually during Go Busters, and were not released during Gokaiger. Why is this just covered in such ridiculous plastic wrap? But according to like the listing on like Ranger Board, when they had that giant thread of key pictures and everything, and also just like some other listings, it claimed that the thing that came with the 2012 Christmas cake was a metallic Gokai Red Ranger key. That was not hard to figure out. But what I was told from Ranger Board's listings is that it was not just a like re-release of like the deluxe metallic one from like deluxe key set or from the Galleon Buster or anything like that, but it was a Candy Toy styled key in a metallic paint scheme, which would make it a unique key. And so I was like, okay, but I couldn't find any proof that that was actually the case until I found this random listing, which is what I'm trying to show you right now, but this is just kind of obnoxious, honestly. Let's take care of that. Okay, so I found this amazing listing that had 2 Christmas-related Ranger keys. Now, I already have Gokai Christmas. This is the Candy Toy version of Gokai Christmas, but there is a Gashapon version as well. This works out, though, because is this 0111 or 001? Yes, it is. Alright, I needed this one, actually, a duplicate of this one for a specific reason. That will actually be its own project unlock. We're not going to cover that today. However, yeah, here it is. So this is the key that was bundled with the 2012 Christmas cake. It is a metallic Gokai Red. It is in pristine condition. And the thing that confirms that what that listing had told me, right there, that is the Candy Toy sticker little copyright there. The deluxe metallic Gokai Reds do not have that. This is a unique key. This is the first and only time I have ever seen a listing for this thing. Ever. Because if you try to search up the name that they gave for it, you just usually find the ones that came with the Galleon Buster or the ones from Keyset Deluxe. So this is fantastic. I am so happy that I found this. So happy. I love it. I love it so much. That's our third, fourth, I can't count, fifth. Fourth. This is our 4th new key for today. And that brings us to the last 2 things here, which these were another thing to where like I can never find them. I still can't find them, and we're not done with this yet. So, you know how, in present day we release gimmick items at Apparel, like with shirts or underwear or whatever it may be? Well, they did that back in Gokaiger in a really weird way. So what they did was there was 4 in fact, actually, Super Mega Force even did this with Ranger keys, as I went over in my Tokyo Toylands video. So there were 4 keys that were released as apparel items. A Gokai Red, Blue, Green, and Silver. They were all deluxe keys. But what's so strange about them is that they all are the same key, if that makes sense, and I'll get to that in a second. I can never find these things ever, like at all. So I found Gokai Silver actually a couple months ago, and I was gonna buy it from Mandarake, but then my friend was like, I have Silver, I also have Red, and I have never seen a listing for Red, so I had to take up that deal. So I now have Red and Silver. I can't find Blue and Green. I can't find them. I have not ever seen a single listing for those 2 keys ever in this apparel format. Good news is that there's a very specific thing to look for. I thought that was just going to be a lot easier than it was. But yeah, there's a very specific thing to look for. So, from at first glance, it's just going to look like a regular, Gokai Red Ranger key that we've had, like, over 15 times. But it is a brand new, unique key number, and that is key number 196. However, so we have Gokai Silver, let's go ahead and I can't open the plastic today. Let's go ahead and open this key, right? Looks once again just like a regular deluxe Gokai Silver. It's also key number 196. So, and if you're curious, yeah, the blue and the green are also key number 196. So all 4 of those apparel keys are the same thing, just different rangers, which is very, very interesting. So I'm hoping someday I can find the blue and green in this format, because it's like I can't find them. So I'm hoping to find that. But for now, at least I have half of them, which seem to be, I guess, the easier ones to find. And I was really happy to find the red, because I'm pretty confident with this red and the one we have today, I now finally have every single Gokai Red Ranger Key variant. There's a lot of them. Stay tuned for a little video in Project Unlock where I take a look at all of them and explain why I own, I think, literally 16 Gokai Red Ranger keys. So, we'll cover that. But real quick here before we wrap it up, we should probably go ahead and assemble 5 blue. It's our only key we're going to assemble today, because I'm not assembling the O's keys right now, because I just don't have a spot to put them currently, so I'm just not going to bother with it. It's going to go in my big case of things to assemble at a later date. Let's go ahead and take the legs. I always fail at that, like in the first try, sometimes the second try. Alright, so after some nice focusing there to make sure I just got it all nice, there is 5 blue. And then I should put, oh, well, there was, all the keys are falling. Let me grab the Aubrey Black that I threw on the floor. So let's see here. So we have this Aubrey Black, we have the Apparel Gokai Silver, we have the Apparel Gokai Red, we have the Christmas Metallic Candy Toy Gokai Red, we have Gashapon exclusive 5 blue, who doesn't want to stand. We have a Battle Kazakh to replace my older one. And we have the Gashapon Metallic Sagozo O's key. You know, we're getting there. You know, as these episodes kind of continue to progress, we are definitely slowly, or not even really slowly at this point, we're kind of rapidly approaching the end of the series, which is crazy. It's when I first started the series 2 years ago, I never thought that we would ever hit my initial goal, which was the end of 2022 or end of 2021 or whatever. The end of 2022 was my original goal, and that obviously was never going to happen. But here, at least, we're actually making significant progress, and I think that if we kind of continue on this path, we could finish it somewhat soon. It's hard to say, because it's like that metallic Gokai Silver that I talked about is going to be impossible to find for like less than $500. And like I said, I literally have never seen the apparel versions of green and blue. If anybody has those, I am definitely in the market for those, but I'll get them someday. So, hey, it's Editing Josh here for this episode of Project Unlock. I just have a couple little updates to put in at the end of the episode. First of all, I got a Terra Ranger key since I've recorded this episode, so I didn't really know where to slot this in the episodes that I've recorded that are going to be coming out after this, so I just decided to throw it in here. So I got Terra Ranger, so we're going to add that to the key counter today. And speaking of the key counter, it happened, as you probably saw from my news video a couple weeks ago. The Keynoger key set was officially announced, which is a 35 key set. So we are adding 35 keys to the overall total, which raises it to 672 keys. So, you know, raising that from 637. Now, usually I already go ahead and pre-order these key sets, but in this time I have not, because I have a lot of things to pay off right now. So I actually have not ordered that set yet, so I can't add 35 keys to the total on both ends, only on the grand total end and not the halve end. So we're definitely down a little bit though, but I'll get that set sooner rather than later. And that's it. That's going to do it for this episode of Project Unlock. Of course, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter, @LiveRangerKey, or LennyFigBR, and I'll see you all on Project Unlock, where I'm always searching for the next key. To wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my $5 and above patrons: Jurassic Samurai, Maggot Alchemist, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brendan Overland, Maji Yellow, MCPC Studios, Comics 1017, James Darty, Eric Berry, Tyler Bezetsky, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, Pyramidus, CBT Tesla, Cross SCV, Caboose Ed, Socket Monsters, Anthony Love, Daniel Pika, Hella Geo, Thrasher, Jesus Prime, Uni Warrior Thomas, and Lewis Carnes. You can support Toku Topics for as little as $1 a month on my Patreon, linked in the description below.